Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Nerdcast for the next episode of DC's The Police. Whoop, whoop. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here as we hang out for a little while. And it's going to be Shift Day's chance to shine. Shift Day's chance to shine, indeed. Taxi driver foils bank robbers. Well, you got to put foil on them before you put them in the fridge for later, especially if you want to reheat. So how is this looking? This can't be looking good. That's what I was going to say. We've been missing a lot of crimes lately, and it's not even our fault. It's just we don't have the staffing to make this happen. Animal rights advocate. People wearing furs are latent serial killers. Worker pinned under blade in sawmill accident. Murata didn't come into work today. Yesterday I lost a bet and swallowed my car keys. Last night I was shitting blood. No, forget you. Don't do dumb shit. Nope, sorry. I need all my cops on today. Can't help it. City Hall is up my ass. You should have scheduled your court case better. I'm pretty sure you can reschedule those. Like 80% sure you get to choose when that happens after a while. Alright, so we are going to share half of that with them. Half of that with our staff. Funeral for God Bomber. He is definitely dead. Not just dead, but really, really, really dead. Poots McGillicuddy, deputy. Yes, send Poots over there. Make him better at his job, and if he sucks at it, we'll just fire him. Poots McGillicuddy, become better. Go forth, mighty farts. A hostage situation at a hospital. Morris Brown frequently visits the intensive care unit since his daughter had an accident 2 days ago. This time, after talking to the doctor, Morris drew a pistol and took several attendants hostage. I won't let anyone go until all you stupid lazy pigs start doing something about my daughter. Goody. We'll send some people out. We'll see what happens here. That seems like a pretty good, I mean, that's over 2,000, right? That's about 2,500, in fact, plus SWAT. So we should be able, but I want to make a strong police presence if something comes up inside of a hospital. Hopefully we get some days off. Like, holy shit, the last couple of days have been really, really rough for our department. That's why City Hall is not happy with us right now. Like, we had some serious issues. Oh, it looks like it's going to be one of those days again today, too. This the police. I want to report 3 ghouls who came in and painted the wall of my house, covering it all in graffiti. I spent a week on that, and they destroyed a priceless work of art. What's the other one? Hold on. A massive fight. See, this is not fair. Like, I don't understand, like, how they keep... How am I going to get a hostage situation, a massive fight, and, like, look at what's required for all of this. Like, it's too much, frankly. It's way too much. Like, this is not balanced at all. Like, not even remotely. And, like, while I'm waiting on other officers to get back from calls, I just gotta hope that more shit doesn't come through that needs to be responded to. So we can respond to one of these. I'm going to send people out on the vandalism. We'll send McNamara. We'll send you guys. And then once these dudes get back, we'll send them to the massive fight. Because we need SWAT for that. And so I think we're going to need some backup. They got to their call really, really quickly, which is a nice one. Mitchell, Robbins, Dixon, I mean, send everybody out on the massive fight. During a scheduled rally at the mayor's office, animal rights advocates were pelted by 5 decapitated chickens, presumably thrown by slaughterhouse employees in counter-protest. Mass fight, it started involving armed men. Eyewitnesses report that several people are already wounded. Send SWAT and send the paddy wagon. House was painted by municipal workers who were only doing their jobs. Okay, so... Overreaction accomplished. Another mass riot. New boutique advertised assailant. Hundreds of people showed up to the event. The doors opened. The store's visitors rushed in and started a stampede. Fight broke out, and the customers took advantage of the turmoil, fleeing the store without paying for their goods. Drug sales in the park, but we don't have anybody to go to that. We'll send Peterson. Received several complaints about a man in the park. A whole stream of people are going past. They shake his hand twice and quickly move on. They think he's selling drugs. He might just be a politician or something. I kind of want my paddy wagon to come back. Huge crowd of people are beating each other with bats, batons, and dead chickens. Tear gas the crowd. Well, civilians unharmed except for the ones that got hit with bats and shit. I don't think they're going to make it back in time. Drug sales. Oh, really? He was actually selling drugs. Holy shit. Okay. I don't know. Like, he's shaking people's hands. Maybe he's kissing babies and whatnot for a political campaign. You can never tell with this shit. Okay, so somebody's got to go out to this right now. They're not going to make it back in time. We'll send out who we have for right now, and if they radio for backup, we'll send more. We got a bomb threat over here. An old man strapped with dynamite walking to the insurance company's offices. What is wrong with this city? Holy shit, dude. What is wrong with this city? People in this city are seriously damaged. They need help. Send those 4 in SWAT. And hopefully they'll be able to resolve that without too many issues. Like, how many bomb threats and homicides and shit can you have in one day? Like, good God, call the governor. Get somebody in on this. Call the president, the governor, whoever. National Guard this place. Like, seriously, martial law would have been in effect like 80 days ago from this shit had it been me. Like, we just been cracking down. We'd have checkpoints everywhere. It'd be foliage out here. Got receiving stolen property. In a plea deal, a jewelry store robber confessed that some stolen goods are being stored in a warehouse at the port. They're there now along with his accomplices who are armed and presumed dangerous. Bomb threat, so that's done. Get the mafia to sell that. I can send them and then just kind of like hope that they call for backup, and if they call for backup, then we send more people out. But I don't know if it's going to work out like that. I mean, none of them are particularly valuable to the department, so I don't really care if they die or not. I know it sounds like a shitty thing to say. I should probably check IA too and see that we don't have better people in here. We don't. So we're just going to have to live with our situation for right now. Right here we've got a homicide. While she was jogging in the park, the chief of Fleetburg Philanthropies charity fund was shot by a young man in a ski mask. 2 witnesses tried to detain the attacker, but he opened fire then hid in a public toilet. Okay, they haven't even responded yet, so let's go ahead and we'll send Dixon, Roca, Chovich, and Robbins out to that one, and then we'll wait and see what happens with this one over here. That gives us a good 1,600 on that one, which should be good enough. They hopefully will call for backup. Please pull up the warehouse. Inside there sounds of cheerful talk and laughter. Policeman brushes past a trash can and it rolls around with clatter. "Who's there?" asks a voice from behind the door. "Keep silent and don't move." Door opens up and it swings slowly. A man with a gun peeks out. Kicking the door and storm the building. No, we lost McGillicuddy because they didn't call for backup. All they had to do was call for backup and they didn't do it. Great. They always call for backup. Like, all of my other guys spend the entire game calling for backup. And then the one time I want them to call for backup, they don't call for backup. It's just like, you guys are kidding me. You guys are kidding me. Homicide. Caught our guy. Means I will be into the future continuing to split money with my dear old friends at the precinct over and over and over again. Should have sent McNamara with them. They might have been alright if I'd sent McNamara too, but I was worried about calls coming through. Today actually, like, comparatively hasn't been as bad as some of the other days, but it's still been pretty ugly. Caught the offender over there. Everything's good. Luckily, McGillicuddy wasn't that good, so we lost the worst person on the squad, so it's not really that big of a deal. Hopefully nothing else comes through with our gang investigations. So what's up with this? Oh, yeah, interrogate him. We prepared a file on the suspect. The information we've gathered will help you identify his weak points and use them during the interrogation. When asking questions, be careful. If you screw up too many times or refuse to cooperate, then we'll either have to give up or resort to extreme measures. I'm okay with extreme. When he was 10 years old, Tanner Scott was skating on the frozen lake and fell through the ice. The boy nearly drowned but was rescued by a passing police patrolman. He suffered quite a lot because of the incident. He developed a chronic skin problem and increased sensitivity to temperature changes. Tanner Scott is from a poor family. His father, a trucker, is rarely at home, and his mother is a clumsy waitress struggling to hold down a job. Even at the cheap diners that she works at, the boy loves cars and dreams of being a Formula One driver. To be closer to the coolest cars, he took a job at a car wash where he became friends with Nina Ware, a stylish female accountant. Tanner is so attached to her that he even invited her to his school for professional day, but Nina didn't come. All of his classmates called him orphan and laughed at Tanner. Scott has no chance of getting into a decent college. He has bad grades, no sports talent to earn a scholarship. His parents barely make ends meet. That's why he's got to be a gangster. You gotta take the opportunities that life provides you. You might not be good at a lot of things, but you might be good at slinging that yay. You never know. So the obvious choice here. Are you trying to steal a sports car? You wanted to feel like a real racer? See me driving a Formula One TV someday. Tell me about your relationship with Nina Ware. You don't have a relationship. Your mother dropped everything and rushed in. I don't think he's going to have much attachment to his parents, though. When you got your face on camera, there's no point denying it. It's a pimple between your legs. Oh, sick burn. Okay. Wouldn't spout a confession that we ditched the case, we forget the rulebook and beat the truth out of him. Second option could end very, very badly. Even if we get what we need, there will still be conflict. Oh, yeah. There you go. Just beat the shit out of him. I don't care. Damn, son. I said hit him a couple times. I said hit him a couple times, not hook him up to the... Jesus Christ. Slow down, Saddam. I said smack him around a little bit. Say that somebody ratted him out. I don't know. Jesus, don't hook him up to a battery. Let's waterboard him, though. It said he was afraid of water. I don't know what these meters do, but... It didn't tell me what these meters do, so I don't know. That did like nothing. He wasn't worried about that at all. Can I get him with cold? I'm on the waterboarding, almost damn near killed him. God, I wasn't expecting this. This got a little dark. This got dark kind of quickly. I just meant like rough him up a little bit. Reanimate him. Bring him back. Does noise bug him? Seems like everything's gonna kill the damn kid. Like everything does, I think that's damage and that's his willpower. Everything does more damage than it does willpower to him. Tough kid. He's gonna die though. You really got a whole lot of options right now. Get him with more noise. We don't want to overdo it though. I kind of just want to see what's gonna happen now. Holy shit. The suspect died from the torture. Holy shit. Well, there's no way that's not going to come back to haunt me. Let me go ahead and put my cash in my private account real fast. Yeah, declare him dead. Man, what a day.
Well, Jack, who's your favorite right-hand man?
Francis Kendrick. But go on.
A very good lawyer. Very good. Invented a way for you to keep your job. Though invented is hardly the word. He has a whole scheme. A big plan. I just had him on the phone. He's so full of ideas I could hardly get off. Believe me, Jack, this guy knows his stuff.
Wow, I do not know what to say, Martin. That's wonderful news. Can I meet him?
Yes, of course. He's not a local. Right now he's in court on the other end of the country, but he'll be with us in 8 or 10 days. When he gets to Freeburg, we'll sit down, the three of us, and we'll work through the details.
Sounds great. And now you want something from me?
Not at all. Yes. No. Well, I mean, part of his plan is a big public campaign for your support. Talk to the press, lots of interviews, maybe even a few street demonstrations. And it would be nice if your family was there with you. I know you're not talking with your wife, but maybe your children could...
No. Listen. My oldest son and his fiancée have arranged some sort of a trip around the world. A big 7-month tour. His girl's from a wealthy family, so they're taking him with them, along with my younger kids and a few of their friends. They're out there roaming the world, and I'm glad they're away from, well, you know, all of this. They don't even know that I'm getting fired, and I'd like it to stay that way.
Okay, Jack, I thought you might say that. No problem. Oh, it's been a rough day. I think I'll go home and sleep it off.
Martin, wait. Look, you mentioned that you know Laura and me aren't talking, and, well, you think you could help find her?
Jack, I understand that's been hard on you, but I think we should focus on your retirement problem. We finish this, then we'll figure something out, okay? One thing at a time.
I hear what you're saying, Martin, but... Jack Boyd.
Well, Jack, you ready to listen to me ramble for an hour or two? I've had a very busy day.
Almost ready. Bear with me 1 second. Yes, Martin, you're right. One thing at a time. Thanks again. Go home and get some rest. We need your strength. Now I'm ready.
See, why are you still worried about Laura? Get with Lana, son. You got options. Yeah, things are probably not going to be looking so swell for the next little bit. We have not been doing a good job lately. I just killed a 15-year-old on accident by waterboarding him to death. Apparently you can be killed by noise. Who knew? Maybe it was just the leftover wounds from the beating. I'm not really sure. I feel like that whole little minigame needs to be fleshed out a little better. Like, it needs to be both described. It needs to be both, like... It just needs to be done better. If you get to that point, it doesn't seem like it works very well. Military veteran Norris Freeburg is a war zone. Teaches at the University of Freeburg. Downgrade immigrant students. Slice Pizzeria feeds the homeless. I don't know why somebody that works at a car wash would, like, get beat to death and not sell out the person that's, like, next up the chain. It makes no sense to me. I'd sell you out hella quick if I was in that situation. I'm like, well, that's that. Let's get Bucarica up another one so that he's got a little bit more administrative power. Be good to go. I don't feel good about killing the kid. I was just seeing what the minigame would turn out to be. I just wanted to see what would happen, essentially. I got curious. And then I thought they were just going to, like, smack him up a little bit. I'm like, man, we went full on, like, CIA mode in here. Let's see, Jack, we just got a complaint from the Human Rights Committee. They claim the police department is practicing torture. Somebody died during interrogations. We used all of our connections to hush up the case. It's a miracle you're still on the job, but we're cutting your salary by 80%, reducing your staffing. Oh, I just lost one guy. That's not that bad. I mean, the staff wasn't I'm sorry, the pay wasn't shit anyway, so who cares? We'll get rid of Scanlon. It's fine. Mafia sent out our share. So we'll share half with everybody. City Hall. Not super happy with me right now, in all honesty. But, you know, I'll send 2 things over and see what happens. In the meantime, oh yeah, I had extra slots anyways. I didn't even need to fire anybody. Well, shit. It's okay. I'll wait for somebody else to come through. I don't know. Will it let you use a blank slot to fire somebody? I don't know if it will. This game has had enough foibles so far to where I would assume it forces you to fire somebody just to spite you. Prison air conditioning system stopped working. The problem might not be sorted out for a few days. Hearing this, the prisoners rioted, beat up the guards, took over the cell block. They've taken several civilians hostage and are threatening to kill them unless the prisoners start getting treated like people. Well, this is really not the way to get that done. Because now I'm just going to rush in there like the unholy sword of God, or the holy sword of God. I'm just going to start wiping fools off the face of the earth. We're pretty good at it so far. Child molestation. I can pull somebody off an investigation to start that one. The missing person does not appear to be going very well. I really don't even know what to do with this one. I mean, he said he was going to meet with the twins. It looks like he's got bags of money right there. Like, maybe that's what happened right there. The problem is we have nothing to go off of. Like, we have 0 in this case. Like, we have I don't see this one getting solved in real life, in all honesty. We have nothing to go off of. Like, aside from the fact that he needed money and he said he was going to associate with some unsavory people, we've got nothing else. Like, we don't have a meeting spot. We don't have anything. Like, basically, it's just randomly putting things in slots until something sticks. My assumption is that he got murdered in the motel. So he couldn't get the loan from what I recall. Well, I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I've been fiddling with this one for a while, and I'm not entirely sure. I think right here the problem is that he's getting hijacked at the wrong location, maybe. I think we might not have the frames we need. We might have the frames we need, but we might not. I don't really know. I fiddled around just moving frames around for a little bit, just assuming that he was murdered or whatever, and that might have done it, but I'm just not really seeing anything here. Just not really seeing anything here. I'm going to have to take people off the investigation, though, so that I can work on other stuff. We'll take Mole off of it, and then we'll put Mole on one of these ones over here. Let's see. There we go. So we'll throw Mole on that one. She'll proceed and have a look around. Mr. Boyd, I'm a man of broad views, and I came to terms with my existence, or with the existence of sodomites a long time ago, especially when they keep a low profile. But now these perverts have started shoving their rotting little syphilitic noses into our affairs. Drugs are freely being sold in the Unicorns of Arcadia Gay Club, right there in the public toilets. I beg you, send your men undercover and clean this filth out of the city as the Lord once cleansed Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm like 80% sure that's exactly what's not happening over there. Like, I'm just saying, if drugs are being sold there, it's probably not without, like, it's probably without the endorsement, you know what I mean? Mass riot was handled no problem, didn't have to send too many people over. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That's what I like to see. Okay, so we got receiving stolen property. Mrs. Ferguson says that a couple guys have converted the house next door into a storehouse for stolen goods. They're robbing pharmacies and then selling the drugs. Over here on this side, we got a breaking and entering. April Alston heard a man break into her neighbor's apartment and start beating the woman who lives there. She screamed and the man kept demanding something. I couldn't hear any details. Got a crime in progress. Young cashier went out for a smoke and noticed a suspicious black man slinking around a car near the road. Devil was crawling on the pavement around the car. He looked really suspicious, like a gangster, so that's a false alarm. This one we should probably respond to. I would send Bucarica, Aquino, and Matza. It might be a false alarm. We'll wait for these guys to get home, and we'll send them out on this call right here. Once we've got our A-team ready to go, we'll send out SWAT and everybody else on that one. We've got our good guys here. We've got Namata, we've got Gibbons, Song, Oshiro, and we'll send SWAT with them. Pretty sure this one is not real. It might be. I could be wrong. He might be trying to hotwire the car or something, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. That's the one that seemed like it was the lowest risk, so I'll let it go. Suspicious-looking man was the owner of the car. He was looking for his keys. Yep, there we go.
Looks like we have a situation here.
The door to the apartment is broken, but the police still knock loudly and announce themselves. A brief noise comes from within inside, and when all is quiet, the cops enter. Sitting in a corner and sobbing is a sobbing, battered woman with no one else around. Apartment has no electricity. Search the apartment with a flashlight. The shot girl continues to cry and points a trembling hand towards the bed in the corner. Flip the bed over quickly. Oh, he was under the bed. Gotcha. I wonder what happens if you just, like, don't help them. I assume that nothing happens. Like, none of their abilities seem to be that useful. I assume they might help with religious people on your team, but I don't have any religious people. Two young mothers had a falling out over something. They started to fight, pulling and scratching each other's hair. Come scramble out these crazy chickens. Unscramble these crazy chickens. They're scaring my son. All right, send those two. All the windows in the house are lit up, and there's loud music playing. Open up. It's the police. This guy with a bottle of beer sitting on the sofa. There's a gun nearby on the table, along with a handful of multicolored pills. Aim at him. Two men with shotguns jump in. Shoot to kill. Retreat and surround the house, actually. It's safer. Starve them out. We'll use siege tactics, and we got pharmaceuticals from inside of there, which are actually probably not that valuable. Honestly, the bottom is kind of falling out on Xanny bars and shit. As you start hitting like $2 a pill, it's just like, eh. Okay. Suspicious item. A frightened citizen found a strange box left by somebody on her landing. It's got to be a bomb like the ones in the movies. It's probably not. It's probably from UPS. Stolen property. A man who declined to give his name said that Mary Hinojosa is keeping some stolen jewelry in a storage unit. She just went there now. Something else she recently stole, but be careful. She's armed and dangerous and doesn't like handcuffs. Send Namada, I guess. That looks good to me. Fight. They should manage to bring somebody home from that. It's really not that big of a deal. Child molestation investigation is good to go. Oh, it has to do with the church. Who would have known? Suspicious item. I'm letting that one go over because I'm pretty sure it's probably just a delivery and I'm not worried about it. I think it should be reasonably easy to ignore. Homeless man left a box of junk near the entrance to the building. See, most people like investigate boxes and stuff that are laying around before they call the police. Suspicious individual. Donnie Husted was walking in the evening with a friend and noticed that somebody or something was watching them. I saw the silhouette, but it seemed like a monster. Oh, we were so frightened. We ran to the nearest farmhouse and called you right away. You know, I don't think that's anything either. Stolen property. We should be able to line up a little bit more cash here, too. Mafia can sell that. We're going to need it considering my salary was just cut. We only get paid like every 7 days anyways. Who cares? Something's going on at Wise Dragon at 015. Okay. I don't know if I want to send anybody on this one. Let's send Class and Hidaka just in case. I don't think it's going to be anything, but we've got enough people coming back right now to where I'm not concerned about it. There's a fight in Desire Park. A young couple were strolling through the park hand in hand, talking nicely between themselves. When up ran a young man in a leather jacket. He snatched the girl from the hands of her boyfriend and started yelling loudly at each other like it was some kind of argument. According to the witness, the assailant could hardly stay on his feet, and it seems like he was hiding a weapon in his jacket. Send Bucarica and Aquino, please. They want backup. Nah, you'll be fine. You guys are some of my better officers. If you can't handle it, nobody can. Suspicious individual is a scarecrow in the field. Yeah, that's why I sent Hidaka in Class. Only one good person went out to that one, just in case. Missing person. We've got one new frame. So that says move out. That one says delay of payment. But since we only got one frame, I think we got everything now. So I don't know if he met up with them at a hotel. Like, there's no way to tell. This is really kind of firing blind right now. That's the problem with it. That one right there, he's carrying bags of groceries. There was nothing about, there was an eviction notice. So that was definitely the one that we wanted. Number of documents, an empty envelope, and an advertisement for the sex industry. Multiply your capital in 5 steps. I mean, it's possible he just shook hands with the wrong person. I don't know. It's not a lot to go on this one. I really don't know what to say about it. So I'm assuming he went to Eddie's Burgers. On the way home. Something like that, maybe? Eddie's Burgers got to be involved somehow, but there's like a jump right there, though, that it's a logical jump. He said he was going to see the twins. Maybe there's a frame with the twins meeting him at Eddie's Burgers, and that's what we're missing, but, I mean, I don't know. Not feeling this one. Disorderly conduct. We received a complaint about noise coming from a restaurant. It's the 5th day of damn wedding, and they're still about it. Noise, shouting, swearing, some foreign music with wilted flowers on the windowsill, and a whole symphony of vulgarity. He played the retired English teacher. The window of her apartment directly overlooks the restaurant. I don't know. Don't live next to a restaurant or something. I don't know if I should even send anybody out on that one. It doesn't sound like it's that pertinent. Like, it doesn't sound like a big deal. Like, I guess I could send somebody out since it's the last call of the day. Given it should be right there. There we go. I mean, I suppose we send people out. I think it's going to be a false alarm, but I guess the day's over in 30 minutes anyway, so who gives a shit? Got a few new frames right there, so obviously Mole is doing her thing and getting that locked down. Meh. I did it because I needed XP. XP is more important than your bullshit, mob boss. My name is Splattercat. I will see you all later. Bye, everybody. This is the police. Whoop whoop.